Ghoulies is what happens when you go to the video store and gremlins, critters, and hobgoblins are all checked out, which fine with me. I'll watch Ghoulies, and why would you rent hobgoblins over that anyway? From producer Charles Band, this 1985 film is considered to be one of the earliest examples of gremlinsploitation, but was actually in production at the same time as Gremlins. Hell, Warner Brothers even tried suing to keep Band from using the title Ghoulies, but obviously they lost that. The Ghoulies team did have some problems while shooting, though. The production was stopped when they ran out of money. So while they were working on getting their film back up and running, Gremlins was released first, with this film coming out the year after. The plot is simple enough and nothing like Gremlins. This one's all about warning you that if you have a party at a mansion where your devil-worshipping father is buried, you may or may not be chased around by little miniature chuds when a demonic spell goes wrong. If they want to make this even more 1985, they should have brought in butler Tim Curry to investigate this whole thing. The plot was originally pitched as a story about a kid discovering that creatures from his grandfather's stories are real and deadly. This was when the movie was to be done at Fox, but after that story was dropped, it was rewritten as a teen horror film, and Charles Band was originally going to direct too, but when effects master Stan Winston left, Band gave the director's chair to the film's co-writer Luca Bercovici, who had acted in Band's 3D film Parasite, and this would mark his directorial debut before going on to direct some other cult films like Rockula, which this film's other writer, Jeffrey Levy, would co-write as well. We must find out just how terrifying this film is. It's the movie that caused the producers to receive countless angry letters from parents whose kids were terrified to use the toilet after this ad campaign. But why? They're adorable! They're called Ghoulies!
I'm watching my video. I'm watching my video. Oh, watching my video. Sure looks good to me.
And now we're off to Tubi TV, of course! It makes sense that it'll offer you more Ghoulies movies as a getaway drug to troll Puppet Master and the Willies. The opening wants you to know that yes, we do have some Ghoulies in the movie called Ghoulies. And with the spectacular John Carl Beechler puppet effects, the way my show has been going lately, I can't tell if this is another sequel to It's Alive and the mutant babies have formed their own cult, or if this is a kickin' Michael DeBar music video from his time with Power Station. Here he plays Malcolm Graves, cult leader as well as host of this thought-provoking public access series. However, no one told the mom he'd be this evil.
You promised! You promised not a child!
Sweetie, that's on you. Personally, I like seeing this cross between Mola Ram and Duran Duran, with a little bit of baby geniuses. Same thing happens when I change my son's diaper on the carpet and am zapped by static electricity. Someone's gotta get sacrificed. Guess the mom will do, while the baby is in the capable hands of Jack Nance. Oh no, we saw what happened the last time he babysat. She still seems committed to the cause. She just sits there and lets the Ghoulies hold her down with their little piranha teeth. Forget the kids watching and getting scared. Even the Ghoulies are too young to be watching this. I love the music that it cuts to as well. If I close my eyes, I might think I'm watching Charles Band's version of a Leprechaun film. I may be past the Final Destination movies, but Shirley Walker is still here composing the score along with Richard Band, and Mac Ahlberg had a good year in '85 as well, since he also shot that year's classic The Reanimator. It's now years later, and Jack Nance has saved the child by locking him in a tower with some sassy gargoyles. The adult Jonathan, played by Peter Liapis, still has fond memories of this mansion. It's why he's bringing his girlfriend, Rebecca. Wait a minute, I know who that is. Lisa Pelican? Jennifer of Jennifer? The Ghoulies don't have a chance against her awesome snake powers, all while Jack Nance has aged into full Crazy Ralph.
Hi. You scared me.
I'm Paul. Let's leave him to his blue velvet quotes, dear. Now I can impress you with the family book collection.
Of Abra Malingi.
Ah, I see you found my rare first edition of If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. This place really needs tidying up. Clear out all this space. We can shoot a Puppet Master movie in this house. We can film a sequel to House in here. Don't even get me started on the Jagged Edge pictures. We can film at least 50 Winnie the Pooh and Killer Christmas Tree films in here. See? Other people have left their mark. Hello? Did Larry Cohen shoot Return to Salem's Lot here? Jonathan's got the right idea. He finds his dad's sacred Anton LaVey cosplay. He'd be foolish not to take up the family business of Satanism. That'll go over well at dinner.
I've been thinking.
I really don't want you to dress up like a goat man in bed, honey. I like the goofy-ass cutaways this film has.
It's not like anybody can wreck the place or anything.
Solid cut to the party scenes from 16 Candles. If it's gonna be a party horror film, we need the drunkest, most slapsticky band of horror victims in the area. Preferably if they chew even more scenery than the Ghoulies.
Old boy needs sweet meat for his tum.
Ralph Seymour, you're in! He can help fund the rest of the movie with spare cash he made in '85 from stealing Pee-wee's bike. This is a pretty solid cast, honestly. Mariska Hargitay in her screen debut? This was years before her breakthrough role as Garcia in Tequila and Bonetti, obviously. As for the other characters, I think they may be under the assumption they're in a porn parody.
They call me Dick. But you can call me Dick.
Your premature ejaculating beer is foreshadowing for the evening, isn't it? And Scott Thompson has a lot of nerve showing his face here. After your hell of a piss got Brad fired, Arnold. The party is 100% necessary to the plot, because that way the runtime will cross over into 81 whole minutes. They'll be partying till the break of dawn.
What do you guys want to do?
Well, we could play hide and go seek. What about Trivial Pursuit?
Well, time to go home now. We could do categories or charades, but how about a little game I brought called cocaine? Jonathan has the better idea. You know what's even better than password or Pictionary? Summoning demons. Grandma gave the Ouija board away at the previous garage sale. You'd think that of all people, he would have been taught at a very young age to not play around with the devil's puppet shop. But nope. If we create a new Amityville house, fellas, we'll all be rich. This is what those angry parents probably think every Hollywood script reading is like.
Yod Hey Vav Hey.
You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself.
Hey, knock it off!
If you guys don't settle down, I'm gonna summon Pumpkinhead, and he's way harder to run away from. Why don't they take poor Jonathan seriously?
Species mentem meam. Shut up, goddammit!
I'm trying to speak to the devil, which is hard to do while wearing my Miami Vice Snitch of the Week suit. Let's take a break. It's gonna take the Illuminati a while to show up and give him a cease and desist order.
Every copy of the Willies comes with 2 different boxes. Retailers can try them both and see which one moves best. And when retailers order a Willies 2-pack, they can receive a discount and a special premium. 20 Willies comic books to use for in-store promotion. Catch a case of the Willies. Order cutoff on December 4th, 1990.
We're back. How'd that spell go? Are the Ghoulies free?
No, wait, I need to dismiss the spirit.
So do I. Where's the bathroom?
The Ghoulies must be off taking a shit like the rest of the characters, of course. While Jack Nance is having a tough enough time waking up every morning with a mouthful of beard lice and cricket eggs. The last thing he needs is the Ghoulies showing back up because of these drunken frat boys and whatever's going on in the other rooms. My bad, bro. I think Charles is shooting a poltergeist knockoff in here. The closet will be safe. Let's bang it, bro. Yeah, what? And it changed locations. Probably nothing. Linda Blair killed off all the evil in this place at the end of Hell Night. We're good. This was filmed at the Waddles Mansion in Hollywood, and you'd think there'd be more horror films shot here, but some of the other movies that used its grounds were Rain Man and Troop Beverly Hills. You can't fool me. There's gotta be something from Burnt Offerings that was shot here. But anyway, Jonathan has decided to drop out of college and take up summoning Satan's Goblin collection full time, and to dedicate his life to hilarious fixing up stuff around the house montages. This will prepare him for his upcoming movie nights. We're doing a double feature of The Money Pit and Revenge of the Nerds. Even the narrator is invited.
The evil one willing the boy on, using the boy's curiosity as a powerful weapon.
Okay, the movie's not that confusing. You didn't need a voiceover to come in and explain everything to me. I get it. He's lured in by his father's cult, and he will use the spirits to bless this steak dinner he's prepared. Now he can try the spells again himself without his idiot friends standing there and laughing at him and breakdancing. This will surely impress Rebecca.
You know something? I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, you damn right I know how to lay out a tablecloth and some candles. Now's as good a time as any to give her the talisman to protect her from evil. Thanks, honey. Now we can eat the steak dinner that is fully blessed. It was nice and juicy, and also gave him rabies somehow. Play it cool. She might not know you've been trespassing in the devil's playground.
You look terrible.
I'm fine.
It's normal for worms to plop out my ass, right? It does start out a little like an Amityville knockoff, where he's getting a bit too obsessed with the house, and even gets more possessed. Only if Amityville were part Manos, the Hands of Fate, and part Cavity Creeps. Haha, yes, we are gonna be rich. I'm gonna make a toy line out of all of you. You'll be the hottest toy collection since the Galaxy Heroes. They look like they'd follow the rules.
I am your master. Remain obedient to me.
Sorry, can you repeat that? We've had the souls of Sour Patch Kids stuck in our teeth for decades. What is even the point of this? You don't even have an audience. Yes, nice magic trick, but the Ghoulies would be impressed if you pulled another talisman out from behind their ear. Sometimes they're not impressed at all. He's gonna ask us to drain the basement, isn't he? You asshole. This is where we store all of our bread for our baby sandwiches, and it's ruined now. Almost as ruined as his relationship.
Jonathan? What are you doing?
Comic-Con is this weekend? She can handle Jonathan not doing the laundry or the dishes, but missing dinner due to filming an audition tape for Godspell? Out of the question. She deserves better. She's gonna see if that nice Bruce Wayne is single. Bruce is an orphan whose Alfred makes sure he doesn't summon tiny henchmen from hell. Somehow she gives him another chance. Don't screw it up. Don't screw it up. That's nothing to worry about. It's just like the cats jumping on the bed.
TV suplex dome.
However, the speaking in chants in the hopes their extreme lovemaking will spawn more ghoulies is the last straw. He'll need to consume himself in plenty more work to get over this heartbreak.
Goodbye, Jonathan.
See, he's over it now. He learned to disappear a rabbit on the table. It's not every day I watch a movie where the lead character is the world's biggest fan of the 1983 film Skullduggery. He may be getting carried away with his spells. Your profile picture said you'd be taller. What is happening? It looks like he split Merlin from Excalibur into two people. So he summoned the dwarves Grizzle and Greedigut, who will do his bidding, but, great. 2 more mouths to feed at the party. Gonna have to order more bottles of wine, I guess. They feel a little uneasy about drinking what Jonathan offers them. Could be because he drank enough cases of Surge to turn his eyes green. But hey, it's free.
Me first.
No, me first.
That's the best empty cup I've ever had. Then they can get down to business. He wants them to cast a spell on Rebecca so she will return to him. After another hilarious cut, of course.
And power.
Excellent father material. Reading to the ghoulies before bedtime. And tomorrow will you read us Dreamcatcher to sleep, Dad? Either the spell worked or she really loves how he pulls off his new sunglasses and his beautiful green eyes.
Your eyes. What have you done to your eyes?
Yes, we will make Rosemary's Baby our first date movie right after getting back together. Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. I've witnessed you performing satanic rituals more than once. Why wouldn't I think you'd have glowing eyes? Then again, the glowing eyes will come in handy for seeing in dark places.
I'm so sorry, Jonathan. Please forgive me.
He'll help her anytime she needs to find the keys. This calls for another party. These friends never have anything better to do anyway, and they've got some extra funds for the food after their sponsorship from all the sunglasses brands. There's actually a reason for this. The film was originally supposed to be in 3D. It's like the Ghoulies really are part of my 3-course dinner. I can practically taste the hair on my casserole. The 3D gimmick was that the audience would put on their glasses whenever the characters would put sunglasses on, which seems complicated. That turned out to be too much of a difficult task, so the 3D was abandoned, and that's more of a 1983 thing anyway. They kept in characters wearing their sunglasses, but other than that, they must have scrapped the 3D early, because nothing that 3D really happens. It's not like the Ghoulies ever take a leak directly on the camera. They are breaking out the good stuff. What a group of party animals. First they magically teleport into the basement, then have one poison drink too many, and crap, we're in the clan now. Jonathan's been full of bad ideas since the beginning, so why wouldn't he think that resurrecting his murderous father is a great idea? Wait, that's Sting. We need the next grave over. First it was padding things out with partying, now it's padding things out with screaming. Yes, that'll be quite enough of that. The roast is getting cold. Hope you enjoyed the food as much as the dinner theater portion. Thomas Dolby sure seems pleased. And we can't wrap things up before the guest of honor and his minions arrive.
Children, your true master has returned, and tonight you will do my bidding.
Yeah, I'm having trouble moving my lips, so thanks for letting that be a voiceover. Whatever was in these drinks is putting them in pure slasher movie mode. First, this couple is getting it on while the clown watches, then Donna's walking out here all alone, waiting for her man to show up and provide the fake-out jump scare. I bet he has some sweet moves.
Is that a little girl's Tom?
Don't, Mark, you're tickling me, Mark, you're tickling me. Please stop.
Never mind, can we go back to sex in the haunted clown room? Sure hope something breaks up this flirting. Ah, she dropped her bracelet in the ghoulie pond. That'll put a stop to this. Who's the tickle monster now, Elmo? Oh man, sounds pretty exciting out there. Wish I could find someone to stand at my side while getting my face ripped off by mutant babies. Let's take a break while a real man goes to find her bracelet.
I want you!
For breakfast!
Nothing human can be this hungry. Munchies, rated PG.
We're back. Time for more weird cuts. Are those two things related? He is Vigo! You are like the buzzing of flies to him! The Ghoulies can only do so much. Malcolm has to step in to become hot and seduce the friends who are coming downstairs for a midnight snack. I can work with this. Honestly, I want these two to die next. Not because they're annoying me, really, but because several times they've cut back to them giggling and not saying much, like this was one long improv scene that they cut up to sprinkle through this part of the film. Or they could at least turn into another character, just saying, this is the 100th shot of Jonathan's green eyes, in another case that John Constantine would be perfect for, unless he's defeated by his one weakness. Yep, dwarves with bats. As for this guy's weakness,
The Bogart that joint.
being an idiot who's too high to realize this person isn't friendly. Told you the Ghoulies are a gateway drug to munchies. The movie doesn't go as far as it should with the Ghoulies' shenanigans or the gore. In fact, it's not that bloody at all. It did get a PG-13 rating, but even Gremlins was way more gruesome than this, and this is the exploitation version. This looks like a kid's fun house where they're only sticking around because there may be candy at the end. Ugh, maybe the ultra sour warheads aren't worth my time. I do like the puppet work with the Ghoulies, and there's random silliness they do once in a while, but are really just inserts that feel like they were done in post. For instance, the toilet shot, which was put in after the ad campaign was showing a lot of interest. Still wish you put a shirt and suspenders on the creatures, though. That'd be way more adorable. And what hypothetical kid in the 80s was scared of this? The kid who had a heart attack looking at Garbage Pail Kids and make sure he never sees Look Who's Talking Too. There's other characters that do overshadow the Ghoulies a bit, like Malcolm Baryshnikov here, or line readings like this.
Why, Jonathan, why?
Damn you, Jonathan, it's your fault she now has a sprained ankle. What have I done? How was I supposed to know the Ghoulies and their clan would make my life more stressful? My friends are dead too? Oh no, now I need to get new friends. On the plus side, I have to get new friends. And I can have a catch with Dad. Oh, is Jonathan gonna be the hero now? After everything that's happened in this plot is his fault? Sure. I'm rooting for Malcolm.
You killed him!
Yes, I suppose I did.
I only glimpsed at the script. I guess I'm trying to steal your youth now. That's what the plot synopsis says. I didn't build a rotating dance floor in this basement for nothing. This movie is perfectly okay. Never mind comparing it to Gremlins. It's more appropriate to compare it to Critters, which is a way better film than this. Critters came out during this fad and used elements of stuff like Gremlins and the Terminator and 50s drive-in movies, but did it in its own voice. Whereas this, it's mostly, we're all just shooting this in a house and we got some creatures after us. Though it does still throw surprises in once in a while to keep things fresh, and the lines get a laugh.
Don't listen!
It's a trap, yes!
You little worms!
I've got a whack-a-mole mallet with your names written all over it. You are ruining Father's Day for us!
Kiss me, my son. Kiss me.
Our relationship is starting to get inappropriate, Dad. Seriously, just when I'm about to type, I wish this movie did more, something like this will happen.
Will not have the boy's life.
Thank God you're here, Jack Nance, and you brought a shot that could be in 3D. I take back everything I said. You have earned your babysitter badge. The events of Eraserhead are forgiven after you saved the world, or at least this mansion, and Jonathan's party reputation. Don't know what kind of effect these lasers are having on them, but it looks cool. More lightning eye effects. We're in the climax here. That's enough for us to ask, where's Jack been all this time? There's been devil-worshipping shenanigans going on in this house for at least a couple days now. Everything's fine, though. The death scenes all meant nothing. They're free to party another weekend, unless we get a sequel bait ending.
It's a long story, Mike, but it's over now.
Is it, Jonathan? Is it really?
Of course not. There's 3 more sequels after this. Get the Ghoulies in here for a final shot. And treat it like you just brought home some goblins from the Renaissance Fair. Despite bad reviews, this was a decent hit, making back over 30 times its budget between theatrical, rentals, and being a cable TV staple. So give us 2 years and we'll get a sequel out there in 1987. However, if it's more movies from 1985 you want, I spotlight Ghoulies as well as hundreds of other releases in the Cinema Snob's near 5.5-hour mega episode 1985 in film. See it now on Channel Awesome.
Well, that was fun.